16.
I don't even know this playbook yet. I got me a new playbook.
Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Alright, share screen is up if y'all want to watch.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Southern California. Pulls it in at the 13.
Don't worry. I can ignore it. I got him. I got him.
You got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Always see. Nah, I just always do.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. They're just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is dropped.
Good
Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Oh, I got a whole new defense, too. Shit, man. All right. Oh, he going for it on me. He going for it on me, ain't he?
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And they'll begin by running the option. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Very slow, complete here to Waller. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Play fake. Murray rolling to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll run with Jacobs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup.
So you thought I bullshitting when I said it? About the draft being real.
And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Yeah, real.
They run again with Dillon.
I saw all of them then. Oh. Yeah. This shit, I was looking like, God, I ain't got what I wanted, but I know somebody got their asses.
Most offenses don't expect to hit 5 yards on a play call like that.
Yeah, I had a couple tight ends on my. It was like 5 tight ends. That 5 tight ends. I wanted.
Dominate the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Yeah. They all nice though.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. The 30. The 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So
oh my goodness.
10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now back to throw.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, Cook.
Because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Dillon on the inside give. He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert, he gets this out to Spiller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
What, we got to play or something? We get something? I'm missing something? We get... Oh, okay.
On a nickel set for 3rd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe
good D.
Is his horoscope off?
Good D. I thought they switched it. Oh, good shit.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was
They
off.
switched
Trying to
that,
come up
man.
with something.
Anything, right?
1st down. Las Vegas.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Out to his left. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get forward for 3 down the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. White, he'll try the left side. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. And one told me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Dylan up.
I hit square by accident. Oh my goodness. Good shit, dog. I hit square by freaking accident.
Maybe that's the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire game. But out of the blue,
No, I didn't do that. Oh my gosh.
You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And nowhere to run on the
Shed in the
interior.
block. Oh my
Defensive
God.
line will get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. For him. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Herbert now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Given 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, he'll want that
Come
back.
on, baby.
He doesn't
Yes.
take too many
Oh.
That's a classic
What?
example of trying to run
That's
with the ball
random,
without
bro.
securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
That's that slow receiver, baby. Ah!
His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation. Strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Hey, you gotta be lucky to win these games sometimes, sir. Gotta be lucky. He playing out. Grab him, y'all. There you go.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next
Oh,
drive,
you went too
that could
deep.
make this
Damn,
a
you went
possession
too
game.
deep.
And he's able to
Oh,
get
my
this one
God.
right past the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
All y'all had to do is block for that play. That's all y'all had to do.
First down to set him back on 2nd.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle, thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Ah, I did that wrong.
And that is
I threw that so wrong. Damn, I
Damn,
did that
on
wrong.
that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And give him 6 yards here.
The number 1 fan, so that's who did it.
At the 34.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Murray now on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there.
Yeah, I was about that.
29 yards. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start.
I try to be in that hole. Try to get in that hole at the window.
Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 2nd half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of.
Hey, I'm trying, dog. You said throw the ball. How you gonna tell me to throw the ball and critique me, dog?
Splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Yeah, my bad. I ain't got it like you yet. I ain't got it like you. I'm learning.
To the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do, really.
The Charger drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
On 2nd and 2, Murray. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A great
I got a trophy throwing dots. Oh my goodness, my first throwing dot trophy. See, Swag, you inspiration, dog. You inspiration.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just added
I
on to that big
salary.
lead.
I don't even know where I salary is.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Herbert throwing again.
Oh, Diablo. Come on, dog.
And he's going to have another
Supposed to
first
be
down as the
18.
tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Herbert operating from the red zone. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Wow. He got off the tackle.
You guys get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. This opening game has certainly not gone their way at this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham.
Oh, my God.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert back to the air. Open man completes it to Claypool. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
Come on, catch that. Catch that.
And their
Oh,
struggles
what
continue
are you
here.
doing? Catch
That incompletion is not a
that.
surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the air again, Herbert. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Now 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Chase Claypool, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Oh, what a...
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they like to go for 2. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now.
Chargers 22.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, the eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The second down pass.
We know you ain't ready yet, Rook. You ain't ready yet, Rook.
Because as soon
He's
as
trying
he
to
got
get you in.
outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again, Murray. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's got a man complete.
Use your height, baby.
Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Good game, Smith.
This is not just the opener of a brand new season.
Ooh, swag. What you got to say about my dude, dog?
Here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent.
Yeah, like it. You see him just beat him off the line, dog. He just. He was man. He was man. My receiver, I got.
So for Las Vegas, they begin the new year 1-0 as
My
they
star
come
was-
victorious here.
I don't even know. He just got off the press just now. I mean, his receiver, his DB probably ain't got no press though.